Peter Eliades with you again. This is Stock Market Cycles Update for Tuesday, May 19. We're going to do something a little bit different today. We're going to show you, actually we're going to work with weekly charts, which we seldom do because we like to do it on a more micro basis with the dailies and even the intradays. First of all, let's be sure to tell you this software is out. It's available now. It's available through TradeStation application, and you say, well, I don't want to get TradeStation. I don't want to pay extra. There is no cost for the platform, okay? You get the platform, the TradeStation platform. It's a fabulous analysis program by itself. Don't forget about our, I was going to say forget about our cycle software. Don't forget about that. But it's a fabulous platform. It's available to you, I believe, at no cost. And our program, will it cost you? Yes, but you get a 14-day free trial. Try it out for a couple of weeks. See, is this something that can help me? Is there some kind of tool here that I've never seen before that really describes how the market works? I believe that's the case. But you have to prove that to yourself. I make no wild claims about it. So it is available. One important point I would make that there are special offers available if you're a new account holder or add an account at TradeStation. They give up to $1,000 in rebates on commissions. So I'm not quite sure how all of that works, but it's something worth looking into. At the bottom of the videos for the past several days, we've been putting a link to TradeStation and Peter Albino, who is a representative there that would be happy to take care of you. Okay, that's it. That's available now. So, you can have it in your pocket, so to speak, by this evening if you want, I believe. I don't know how long it takes for them to get the program to you. Here's what we're going to do today. A lot of people say, oh, yeah, Eliades, incredible program. Yeah, the projections are either met or they're invalidated, 50-50 proposition. Some of them are met, some of them are invalidated. So what good does it do you if you don't know if it's going to be met for sure? Well, when you guys find something that you know, or you gals find something that you know for sure in the market, let me in, because I will get you so much money in your pocket for that program that you'll be able to live as a billionaire the rest of your life. There is no assurance in the stock market. What we deal with is probabilities. So now what's the probability? I can't give you exact numbers. When we further refine this program, that's one of the things that Stephan is going to be working on, to analyze our analysis. What percentage of them have been made? What percentage are not? Are some offsets better than others? There are some equities, some indexes work better than others. Quickly today, I'm going to show you two things. On the S&P cash, I'm going to show you two weekly offsets, a nominal 5-week offset for a nominal 10-week projection, and a nominal 10-week offset for a nominal 20-week projection. And let's go back 1, 2, 3 years and see what the success rate has been. Now remember, when you get a projection, as you see this box right here to the downside, it becomes successful once you get down to that or up to that projection. If you say, well, wait a minute, you went a lot lower than that. Yes, you did, because there are other cycles involved. Once you do the 10-week offset and you reach the projection, then you go to the 20-week offset, 39 to 40, 100 to 110. That's the way it works. And when you do that in consecutive order and finally you reach a projection when no further ones have been given, you've got a turning point. So this was not meant necessarily to be a turning point. When you got this projection, even lower ones were being given. So understand that to begin with. Now, let's go back and take a look at these are nominal. This is a 10-week offset for nominal 20-week projections, okay? Here's where today's price is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There it is, 10 weeks out. So all this green line is the midpoint of every bar on this chart move forward 10 weeks in time, and crossing above or below it gives you a nominal 20-week projection. So let's go back a little ways and take a look how it's done. And we'll do it this way, simple mathematics. Every time we see a color, whether it be red or green or gray, which means it was invalidated and not quite met, some of them get very close and they're gray because you didn't quite get to them. But let's count them now. This is 1 for 1, 2 for 2, 3 for 3, 4 for 4, 5 for 5. Let's start moving backwards. 6 for 6. There's 7 for 7, 6 and 7. 7 for 8. But I want to point out to you, look how close this came to being met. I'm going to call it a failure because it didn't quite get into there. But that's 7 for 8. 7 for 9, 7 for 10. So, no, here's one here. So, it looks like 8 for 10, okay, for the first 10 projections. That's 80%. That's not 50%, folks. That's 80%, okay? So, now, let's make this point while we're here. Look where we are now. Let's look more closely at this crossing that we're seeing happening now. This is a 10-week offset, okay? Look where this bar is for this week. Now, mind you, there are 3 days left in this week. We've been through Monday, Tuesday. We have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to go. But so far, this is the midpoint for the week right here. And if we stay somewhere between these levels, we're going to cross this line. We've crossed it on a preliminary basis on the daily charts. But if we cross this line, then we can very simply count up from the low. 1 space, 2 space, 3 spaces, about 3.5 would be the crossing. Then this is a half, and then 1, 2, 3. You're talking about 3,600 on the S&P. What would it take to make us not cross this line? It would take an incredible decline at this point. So here's where the line is today. We're already, the high for the week has been, there's 200 S&P points. So this is 200, let's say 275. You'd have to go another 275 down to make this midpoint go below the green line for the week. So you're talking about 2,400 in the S&P. Do you think that's going to happen in the next 3 days, down 500 points? I don't think so. Anything can happen in the market. But this is almost surely going to give a confirmed nominal 20-week projection. Okay, now let's do this. Let's click very quickly here, and let's go to the 5-week offset. Okay, here is our 5-week offset, okay? Here's the low bar right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right here. That's the offset. Move forward 5 weeks. Let's see how that's done percentage-wise for projections. We don't know this one yet, but you can see the projection, 32.95 and change, 34.11 and change, okay? So let's start moving back on this one and see what a success rate it has. Can't count this one, hasn't been met yet. And let's bring them a little more closely together so we can, okay, 1 for 1. 2 for 2, 3 for 3, 4 for 4, 5 for 5, 6 for 6. Oh, we didn't want to go that quickly. Come on. 6 for 6 is right here. Seven for 7. 8 for 8. Remember, in order to be unsuccessful, it's got to be a gray box. So far we have 8 for 8, 9 for 9, 10 for 10, okay? So, and by the way, this was this huge decline from January of 18, an all-time high at the time. Look at this. Almost a pinpoint projection to the downside. Since then, there have been 10 successful projections on the weekly chart for the S&P. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, I'm seeing 9 now all of a sudden, but I think we counted backwards for 10. So whether it's 9 for 9 or 10 for 10, percentages remain the same, 100. Now, there's no way we're going to even guarantee or assure you you're going to get 100% fulfillment of projections. But don't give me the 50% stuff, okay? Well, it's either going, it's not going to help me to know it's either going to be met or invalidated. This has been the results. These have been the results for the past 2 or 3 years on the S&P Cash Index. So if you're making the argument that it could go one way or the other, sure it can. Not all projections are going to be met, but I wanted to show you the consistency of accuracy of these projections. Not only that, but I also wanted to make sure you saw this 2018 projection right here. This fabulous projection. I mean, look at this. The projection called for 25.49, or let's say 25.50 down to 25.15. The low for that week was 27.59.97. No, that's the wrong one. The low for the week was 25.32.69. Right in between these two projected low, the projection range that we gave for that. Now, by the way, these boxes are plus or minus 10%, not 10%. Usually we do 10%. For the purposes of this illustration, we did 5%. So these are exact 5-week offsets. Where do you cross them? You pick out where you get them. That's that little red line going across here. Then you do plus or minus 5%. And with even the plus or minus 5%, we usually do 10. That's how many you had, 9 or 10 in a row up to the present time. And now we have this one. So is this projection to almost to new all-time highs going to be met? I don't know if it's going to be met. You don't know if it's going to be met. What I can tell you is 100% have been met over the last 2 or 3 years. Would I go out and bet my house and my life on it? No. I'm just telling you that this is a projection in a pattern that has been a pretty good projection giver, okay? So that's all we're going to show you today. The market was down, obviously, today after a huge up day yesterday. When we get some short-term things, we'll show them to you. But I wanted to show this to you to give you a feeling that this is what the software can do, and this software can be in your pocket tonight, tomorrow, to play around with for a couple of weeks. So give it a whirl, folks. Thanks a lot for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, if you're not a regular subscriber, please click on the bottom right and on the red banner. When you click on that, a little bell will come up. Click on the bell, and once you do that, you will be notified as soon as our updates go online, even for special ones we might do during market hours. Thanks a lot for watching. We will talk to you tomorrow.